Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I want to talk about, the bashing between men and women. I see it all the time, and especially today, because there's so many broken people out there that have been hurt. Why? Because it's the way society is right now with social media, with all these options. So what's happening is a lot of people are getting broken. There's a lot of hurt people out there. I see them on my posts on social media. And the thing that I wanted to bring up in this podcast is I wanted to talk about, what you should be looking for in a partner, okay? And I just feel like so many people are misguided, okay? Or so many people are jaded from what they've been through. And believe me, I get it. I totally understand. We've all been through shit, okay? We've all been through shit. But here's the thing, okay, you guys? The first thing that I want to bring up is this. I see a lot of men that get on the posts and, I do a lot of podcasting and on my social media, I talk a lot about narcissism. Why do I talk about narcissism? I can't even talk today. Narcissism, you guys, is so crucial because it shows you somebody's general character. And when you understand what narcissism is, and you could pick it off, you are able to look at somebody and you can size that person up and you can tell whether, hey, this is a potential partner or no. This is a selfish person, self-absorbed person, manipulator, liar, cheater, etc. Okay? So that's why I'm stressing to you guys, learn all about narcissism, okay? Knowledge is power. Believe me when I tell you, okay? So the reason that I'm bringing all this up, you guys, is because, there's a lot of men that get on the post and they're sitting there and they're saying, well, that's the women. And then you have the women out there that are saying to themselves, oh, these guys are just players and this and that. But here's what I have to tell you. You cannot specify a gender and sit there and say, well, all men are bad or all women are bad or this or that. You've got to judge somebody by their individual character, okay? And a lot of women have come to me and said, well, these guys, they just want sex and everything like that. Yeah, a lot of women feel like that. I was one of those women, okay? And then I saw time and time again, there are a lot of hurt men out there. There's a lot of hurt men out there. There's a lot of men that have been cheated on as well, okay? But maybe they're not the type of men that you usually pick. And this is where I'm going to tie this all in, okay? I talked about this before. You've got to be focused, all right? And it's really hard for people to understand what I mean by that, okay? Because when I say focused, what I'm trying to say is you have to know what's important in life and what's not important in life. What's not important is how hot the guy is, all right? Matter of fact, sometimes the hotter the guy, the more narcissistic they are and other issues as well, okay? If they could have a lot of women, in a lot of cases, a lot of women they will have. That's not necessarily for everybody, but generally, people play their options and they do whatever they can do for, what they can get. So the thing that I'm trying to say is this, you guys. You've got to look for what would make you happy. What will make you happy, okay? It's not just, oh, yeah, they have a good job, they have a good personality or something like that. It's got to be deeper than that. The person that you get involved with and you're looking for a long-term relationship with, they've got to have a deep-rooted moralistic value, okay? And what does that mean, okay? That means that they have to respect you. Because if they don't respect you, then they will never love you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to put a big plaque here on the wall, okay? Respect. It's all about respect, you guys. It's all about respect. And when you're dealing with a partner that gaslights you, that, lies to you, that you don't know if they're cheating, that leaves you in the dark or any of those things, guess what? They don't respect you. They don't respect you. And a lot of times you're dealing with a narcissist. You're dealing with somebody who has no empathy for your feelings, that is playing their options and doing everything that they want to do for their own benefit. Why? Because they're fucking selfish, okay? And why do they do it? Because they can do it. They can do it. They can get away with it because they feel like, you know what? It's a lot of fun. They go out there, they have a lot of fun. They play the game. They get a lot of variety of women, or if it's women doing it to men, they get a lot of variety of men and everything like that, okay? So this is what you're dealing with. But what I talk about a lot is recognizing these narcissistic flags so that when you see somebody that's like that, you better run, okay? Not walk. You better run the other way, because you get involved with somebody that's narcissistic, you will have a life of hell. Believe me when I tell you, you will have a toxic relationship. And that's what a lot of people don't get. A lot of people that are in toxic relationships, they don't understand that they are in a toxic relationship. They sit there, their partner is playing games with them, their partner is ghosting them and then making up excuses and, putting confusion in their brain. That's what gaslighting is, you guys. Gaslighting is when they put that self-doubt in your brain, where you sit there and you start to second guess yourself and say to yourself, well, are they telling me the truth? But wait a minute, the facts show me one thing, but they're telling me another. Could I be wrong? Could I be overly sensitive? And this is the damage that a narcissist does. They make you doubt your own fucking judgment, okay? They make you self-doubt yourself. This is why when you deal with a narcissistic person, they are very damaging. They will bully you. You get involved with a malignant narcissist, you're going to deal with emotional abuse and in a lot of cases, physical abuse. You're going to be walking on eggshells. Some people actually are married to these type of people and fearing for their lives. I've seen it. I've seen in my own life experiences. I've seen what other people have written, stories that they've dealt with, okay? Where they've had partners bash in their car windshields, where they had people pin them up on a wall with their hands around their neck and everything like that. And these people were the most loving, charming, wonderful people in the beginning, okay? That's the other thing I want to tell you about these narcissists, okay? They're always loving and charming in the beginning till they fucking hook you. Once they hook you, you're dealing with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, all right? And this is something that, is like somebody's worst nightmare. A lot of people, they get involved with relationships like that where they date somebody, the narcissist is always rushing the relationship, right? And they get married within a very short time, maybe 3 months, 5 months. They rush, they get married. The narcissist is rushing to marry them. Why? Because the narcissist doesn't want that person to know who they really are. I've seen narcissists get married to people and they actually have kids and never told them that they had kids with somebody, okay? So that's why I cannot stress enough, I'm going to say it again, you've got to move slowly. You've got to move slowly, all right? When you're out there with these people, anybody rushes you lightning fast, you got to slow them down. And if they have a problem with it, then they have something to hide, okay? They have something to hide. If they can't move slowly with you, then they've got something to hide. Or if they try to threaten you and say, well, if you're not interested, I'll go find somebody else that is interested. Well, then you know what? Go find somebody else that is interested, that doesn't know that, you know what? You got something up your sleeve, okay? Because there should be no reason why you can't move slowly except for the fact that you don't want me to see you for who you truly are, okay? That's why you take your time with it, all right? But when I talk about, people, are broken and everything like that, they're broken, you guys, because they went after the wrong type of people. Oh my God. You guys, You're picking the wrong people. How do I know? Because I was that person. I was that girl. I was the one who went after the wrong people. I went after, guys that had swag, guys that, were good looking, very good looking guys and everything like that. Some of them, not all of them, some of them. But you know what? Horrible to be in a relationship with. Horrible to be in a relationship. Very selfish. Some of them inconsistent, users. They came on strong. They try to fool you in the beginning. They try to portray, they're this good guy. They're a homebody. They don't go out. I used to be a player. I'm not a player anymore. Guess what? They're still a player, you guys. All right? They're still a player. Trust and believe. If that's how they were, 9 times out of 10, they're still like that. But I myself was not focused and didn't know what to look for in a partner at the time, okay? I didn't look at their family background and to see, does this person come from a broken, bad family background? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean because somebody comes from a bad or broken background that they're going to be broken or toxic. But in some cases, it does have an effect on somebody, and you've really got to evaluate if that person is still affected by their family or their childhood trauma, okay? And you've got to see what is their relationship to their family. Oh my God, this is like textbook, okay? What you guys should look for, all right? Because if they have a bad relationship with their mother, that's another huge red flag, okay? Huge red flag. You could be dealing with somebody that is a woman hater, okay? Or if it's the other way around, it could be a man hater, if it's, their father or something like that. So you got to look at that. You got to look at their prior relationships. What were their prior relationships like? Were they toxic? And you're not going to know what it's like because they're going to lie to you in the beginning if it was toxic. They're probably going to tell you something like, well, we grew apart or something, okay? They try to make it sound not bad. But as time goes by, they'll open up more to you. They'll take their mask off and the guard will come down and you'll get the real deal, the real story. That's why we move slow, so we can really analyze these people and see, are they stable or are they not stable? Now, the other thing I want to bring up, and this is like really crucial, okay? When you get involved with somebody, you got to find somebody who's on your level or higher, okay? I was told this when I was younger, and I never took it seriously. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And believe me, it is so true. It is so true. Why is that? Because if you deal with somebody who's in a financial mess, and although they're very nice and they're very charming to you, but they're unstable, they can't hold a job, they're irresponsible, they don't pay their bills on time, how do you think you're going to be in a relationship with somebody like that, or be married to somebody like that and have to pay a mortgage, or have to deal with kids and have to deal with all the things that are involved with, being a family? You want somebody who's responsible, okay? That is so, oh my God. Like I tell you guys before, when you look at somebody, you've got to be careful of who you have kids with, because it's going to affect you the rest of your fucking life, okay? Believe me when I tell you, you're going to have to deal with that person. That person may not, stand up to the plate when you have kids. And guess what? All the responsibility is going to fall on you, because you're dealing with somebody that is, vindictive, or somebody that's selfish, or somebody that's putting all the work on you, okay? And maybe they're, off doing their own thing and they make everything difficult, or they don't want to take the kids, or so. There's 1,001 different things that could happen, okay? But you got to deal with this person. So whoever you're dating and you're looking at them as a potential long-term partner, you've got to say to yourself, could this person stand up to the plate and be responsible with children. That's if you want to have children, if you're in a situation where you're looking for something like that, okay? But even so, just looking at them and saying, are they responsible? Are they independent? Are they self-sufficient? Or do they rely on other people to get them through? Oh, they always I gotta ask my uncle for some money to pay the rent. Or yeah, my car is in the shop. I don't have a car right now. 1,001 fucking excuses, okay? They're unstable. Bottom line. Period, dot, end of story. They're unstable, all right? Stop giving these type of irresponsible people a place in your life, okay? I don't give a shit how fucking good looking they are. I don't give a shit if they're very nice to you and they're super charming. Of course they're going to be charming because you're better off than they are. Of course they're going to be nice to you because you have more to offer to them than they have to offer to you. That's all they got is their charm. That's all they fucking got is their charm. And that is classic narcissist looking for a come up, all right? And you, because you're looking for love, are going to fall into that trap of thinking, well, they're going through a hard time right now. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt and maybe things will work out. They just got to get on their feet. Listen, if they're over 30 and they're not on their fucking feet over 30, they ain't ever going to get on their feet, all right? This is what you have to understand, all right? People that are responsible, there is no excuses. That's another thing I want to bring up. Stop dealing with people that keep giving you excuses. People that are straight arrows will make it happen. There is no nonsense, okay? When you get into a relationship and you get into a serious relationship or you get into a committed monogamous relationship, you want somebody who is a no-nonsense type of person. Why? Because if you don't, and you deal with a clown or a grown boy, or let's say a grown, girl that's not a woman that's still into partying or something like that, that person is not going to be able to handle a mature, healthy, responsible relationship with you because they can't even manage their own life. They're not on track, okay? So this is a point that I'm trying to make. Look for people that are on track in their life, okay? They're doing things with their life. They're busy, all right? They're not inboxing 100 women on Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger. They're out there hustling to make it in this world. They got a drive. They got a purpose, okay? And they're going to take things seriously. And you know what that means? They're going to take their relationship with you seriously because they're a serious-minded person, okay? They're not somebody that's a flake, all right? And you know what happens to these people that are flakes, that are all over the place? Guess what? In 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, guess what? They're still in the same place. And guess where they're going to be in the next 5 years? They're still going to be on the dating apps. You still have the same people on these dating apps that were there 5 years ago, going in a circle in the same spot in their life, But you know what? That's all well and good when you're young, okay? But later on, you're not going to have You're not going to look like a 20-year-old, okay? And unless you have a fat wallet, okay, where you can buy somebody's love or have somebody that way, you're going to have to settle for whatever comes down the pike that's going to be around at that time, okay? And this is what a lot of people don't understand. They're going to have to, you may not need somebody now, but later on in life, God forbid you get sick or something, you don't want to be alone on your own and, you have nobody to call if you need somebody to take you to a doctor or something like that. Or I knew a narcissist, you guys. Listen to this. I knew a narcissist. This guy was so narcissistic, so cruel, so vicious, good-looking guy. ex-professional athlete, had a lot of women, everything, okay? And in the end, he ends up slipping on ice, okay? He was like 38 years old at the time and everything like that. And he went to the hospital for like a month. And guess who showed up at the hospital? Nobody. Fucking nobody. You know why? Because he was such a selfish person and like, treated women like crap. Always, had a lot of women and everything. But in the end, guess who was at the hospital? Nobody. Not even his mother. All right? Not even his mother. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? These people, karma is a bitch and it does catch up to you. If you live a certain life later on, I just hope that you have plenty of money to take you through, okay? Or, somebody there for you. But what I'm trying to say with this podcast and everything is that you got to be focused in who you're looking for. Look for somebody that has a good heart, okay? That is kind and understanding. And you know what? They're not judgmental. In other words, you don't have to be all, dressed to the nines for them to like you. They're going to like you no matter what. They like you because of who you are, because you're a good person, because you have a good heart. And, you don't have to be a number 10 Instagram model, with a curvy figure or something, but they appreciate you for who you are. You know why? Because they value the fact that you're a good person, that, you've got their back. This is what I'm trying to say, you guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Those are the relationships that really last. And the people that sit there and they're looking for some sort of type. Okay, oh, that's my type. Oh, that's my type, Oh, I like that type of chick, with the blonde hair and the big boobs or, whatever, okay? You don't know who that person is. You're just looking at them from the outside. You've got to look at who somebody is from the inside, a kind heart. Because, if somebody's really good looking, they can have an ugly heart. And you know what? It doesn't matter how good looking they are. After a while, you're going to grow to hate that person because they're a miserable person, or they could be selfish, or believe me, they can make your life a misery. All right. So this is what I'm trying to say. Stay focused. Look for somebody responsible. Look for somebody with a good heart. Look for somebody that doesn't come from a dysfunctional family and everything like that. They don't have mother issues or father issues or anything like that. Stay focused. Stay focused. And look for people that are on your level or better, okay? This is how you improve your life, and you aim for the right people. They don't have to be rich, okay? Rich doesn't necessarily make you happy. Believe me when I tell you, I knew plenty of rich people that were miserable, all right? It's about just being, just having stability, being able to pay your bills, having stability and being compatible with that person. And the fact that that person is a good-hearted person, they're not selfish, they have empathy for you, they feel for you when you're hurting and they want to help you. Just be careful you don't get caught into the narc's web. And the narc's web is that type of person I'm describing in the first 3 months, okay? Because after the first 3 months, that's when you're going to start to see that person's true character. I'm telling you, oh my God, I am telling you, after 3 months, the mask starts to fall. If you're in tune with things, some people are really good. They could pick it off within a month. But if you really watch somebody, what comes out of their mouth, listen to what comes out of their mouth, because it's going to give you an idea where this person's head's at. If they're bringing up stuff like about you and your financial situation and they don't even know you a long time, they know you a month, get rid of them, because that person is sizing you up for a come up. They're looking at you like, if they're asking personal questions about your finance or anything like that, that is a huge red flag, okay? Nobody should be asking you about money in the beginning, okay? So anybody does anything like that, you're dealing with a con artist or a narcissist, get rid of them. Believe me when I tell you, okay? So, move slowly. That's why I tell you, move slowly. That's why so many people have gotten hurt by narcissists, because they trusted too soon, okay? In today's world, you cannot trust too soon, all right? And I have a lot of people that come back at me and say, oh, well, you can't be like that. You can't be guarded all the time and this and that and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so don't be guarded. Go out there, go give them your bank account number or whatever else, and then let me know how you make out in a couple months, all right? Of course you have to be guarded today. You don't know who these people are. Plus, you don't know if they have a criminal record or something like that. They could be abusive. They could be a pedophile. They could be dating you. You could be a single parent, and they could be a pedophile. This happens all the time. You've got to be careful with these people. Do not bring these people around your kids for at least a year, 6 months to a year. Check them out every which way. Okay, if you're a single parent, because you've got these predators out there that are targeting single parents to get to their kids. So listen to me when I tell you, this is the truth, you guys. Do not bring, especially if you're meeting them off a dating app, cold like that, or online, you meet anybody online like that, and you don't know anything about their background or anything. No, do not bring them around your children or anywhere near your home, okay? You'll regret it. Believe me when I tell you. And also, you don't want to screw the kid's head up, meeting somebody and it doesn't work out right away either. So you just don't do those things. But this is just to give you guys insight. And also, learn, like I told you guys, watch my videos. I do a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff like that on narcissism. Check it out. It gives you tips and red flags of things to watch out for when you're out there dating, so that you don't fall into the trap, okay, of, getting into a toxic relationship. And so that you stay focused in finding the right relationship. And understand this, okay? It's not about all the women are like this or all the men are like this, all right? It's not gender specific. Just like narcissists are not all women and not all men, okay? It's a personality disorder, okay? So it's not gender specific. So anybody that says stuff like that is very ignorant when they say, oh, that's the women or that's the men, okay? It has to treat each person for who they are, their own particular character and who they are, where they're from, what they've been through, and how they treat you. Okay, I hope that helps you. If it did, please hit the subscribe button and please share the podcast. Have a great day. If you're having trouble in your relationship, or maybe you're dealing with somebody who's a narcissist and you're really confused, you don't know what to do, you need some advice or some clarity, well, I offer email and also phone coaching. Please go to the podcast description for the link on how to get email or phone coaching, or maybe you just have a question that you need answered. All questions will be answered confidentially. So go to the podcast description where it tells you how Yaz can answer your questions. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to make you aware that the Game Exposed podcast now has their merchandise available. You can check out the link in the podcast description. There's hoodies, there's sweatpants, there's t-shirts, there's cool hats. So go check it out. Link is in the podcast description. And follow Yaz on Instagram at dating_advice_Yaz.